Hi everyone, I'm going to do scones today, so thanks for watching. So it's just the easiest thing to do scones, but it's so easy that you don't often get good ones. I bet you can't remember the last time you ate a good one when you were out. So this is what you need: pound of self-raising flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, sifted, those two, I've sifted those two into the bowl, half a teaspoon of salt and 4 ounces of butter. You need half a pint of milk plus 2 eggs that I've whipped into here. And if you want to put sugar in, a couple of ounces of sugar in, and also about 8 ounces of sultanas, and I like some mixed peel in, but you could make them just plain if you want jam and cream scones, or you could add cheese to them and a few herbs if you want savoury scones. I'm doing sultana and mixed peel scones. You also need some, well, if you want to put it on, that is, some demerara sugar to scatter on the top. So here's how you do them. So you just quickly want to rub the butter into the flour. Keep lifting your hands up to get air into it. It doesn't take you too long to do this. Just rub that in. And you want your butter nice and cold. That's the other secret to good scones. So I'm not far off now. Ooh, oopsie daisy. And while you're doing this, you want your oven on at 200. If it will go to 210 degrees, well, all the better, because they just take 15 minutes in a really hot oven. That's the other tip for making really good scones. And the other thing too, once you've made them, scones don't keep. They're best eaten on the same day, but if you've made a dozen, obviously you don't want to eat a dozen scones. So what I do is maybe keep 4 back. They're okay the next day, but then I freeze the lot of them as soon as they're cool. And then you can just take what you need out of the freezer and just give them a quick defrost in the microwave, and they're just like you've just baked them. So that's that done. Next thing is to this stage, in your dry ingredients, add your sultanas and mixed peel. You see that in the bowl. So just toss them around. And I'm not going to put any sugar in here because it's sweet enough with the dried fruit, but if you were making plain scones that you wanted with jam and cream, you might want to put a little bit extra sugar in. So there's 2 eggs whipped in here, so I'm going to put most of that in, but just save maybe that much for brushing the top. And don't get your hands in, get a fork in to start off with, because this is a messy job. And it looks like you've got too much liquid to start with, but you haven't. Oh yes, I have. So I'm just going to put another handful of flour in there just to, because flour reacts in different ways, but it needs to be sticky. So that's about done. And then plenty of flour on your working surface, and again tip it out with one hand. Ooh, messy. It's got most of it out. And then once again, just, pat the flour around it, because you don't want to knead it. Don't knead it. Just, that's the other secret to good scones. Just so you can, so you can move it about. The less you mess with them, the better they are. So that's pretty much done there. Just rinse our hands. dry them off. Right, so just a quick roll. You want to keep them nice and thick. Don't make them thin. And then you want another puddle of flour at the side here because it'll be sticky, obviously, when you get them out. And straight onto the baking tray. So this will make a dozen, depending on how big you like them. If you like a great big one, obviously use a bigger cutter. You want to try, you will have to re-roll it once, but you don't want to keep re-rolling it because it makes them tough. So you want the little critters nice and sticky and pretty thick. That's 8 so far. And as always, when you're making something simple like this, people just like simple things, don't they? You know, a nice freshly baked scone with some butter. Is there anything nicer? So that's, I'm just going to roll that a little bit, but not, like I say, not too much. Keep it in shape. I'll just give that a little roll. Nice and thick again. Get the last ones out of here. 1, 2, 3. Oops. That one again, that was a bit, I felt it was a bit thin. Don't like them thin. So that's filled my tray up with a dozen scones. And now I'm just going to brush the tops with what's left of the egg and milk. So they were simple enough to do. I think a lot of people handle the dough too much and make it tough and knead it when you don't need to do that. And then another thing that's quite nice, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to, if you want to cut the sugar content down, but it makes, well, there is no sugar in these apart from natural sugar in the, I'm going to use my fingers, take forever. Natural sugar in the sultanas and the candied peel. It just makes them nice and crispy on top, which is good. So there we go. Dozen scones in less than 15 minutes. So in the oven they go. Turn that up 200, 15 minutes. See you later. Hi, scones are ready. Look at those. Do they look good? So they have actually taken slightly less than 15 minutes. So about 12 minutes. So just pull them down. What you want to eat for today. They're okay the day after, but not as good as when you bake them the first day. They soon go stale. That amount of flour and what have you made 3, 6, 9. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Made 16 and another 2 that are in the oven, so I made 18 scones. So, and as soon as one of those is cooled, you can have it. Oh, look at that. Yum yum. With butter on and just delicious. And you can see how the top's gone crispy with the bit of demerara sugar on. So that's my scones. So hope you enjoy them. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.